All right, the birthday girl's gonna be so stoked. It's summertime in Florida. Welcome back to Dockhand's Big Adventure. Behind me is my 1965 Mustang convertible, affectionately known as Deja Vu. And I bought another Mustang for my daughter, a little Powerwheels. And if you haven't followed along, we made this a 40-volt ripper. She came in second place at a drag track. And I started this project a couple weeks ago because I knew I wanted to give her something for her birthday. Well, her birthday is still a month away, and look at that. Behind the curtains is a new Powerwheels, because what's better than one race car? Two race cars. I've got two kids. Madeline has been ripping this thing around lately, doing really well for a 2.5-year-old.
Stop, sissy, stop!
Olivia had been asking for a purple and pink Mustang, so you got to check this one out. This is the newest build. We're going to take everything that we learned with this one and apply it to the new one and see what we can do differently, but also make it a lot of fun. Join us. So I have this thing undercover because I haven't revealed to Olivia that I got it, but check it out. Let's see it. Oh my gosh, she wanted a purple and pink one, and it's purple. And it's pink. And it is an actual Powerwheels 2-seater, which it's a little wider from the red one that she drives. There's the actual Fisher-Price logo. The wheels are way wider, and I think they're gonna, they don't have any rubber to them. So this might be an actual drift missile if we make it that way. If we don't put any rubber on the wheels, this thing would be a really fun drift vehicle. The transmission's a little different than the other one, so I don't know that I'm gonna change the motors right away. It is dual wheel driven, so that's nice. I don't have to do much. I think I might be able to just mod it out. There's a lot of space in the trunk. There's a lot of space in the hood. There's no working lights currently, so these lights are non-functioning. So I'll go through the parts list, show you what I'm thinking about for this mod. Okay, at the heart of the build is a variable speed pedal, which is something I really like. The option for the kid to slowly give the power to the car rather than an on-off switch. And then that will talk to the PWM, same PWM that we put in the old Roleplay Mustang. We're gonna use the same model. I'm really liking how this one's working. It's got a bit of a soft start, so it's even delayed to your actual pedal reaction. There's like a second ramp up to full speed, which if you're doing a drag car, it may not be the best one, but I like it a lot. Because it doesn't have a light on this one, I'm gonna put a 7-inch light bar right there so that she can drive it at night, and it's just a little added safety feature. The 40-volt battery we're probably gonna mount to the hood just like we did the other one, and then of course the wireless control on off. That is an absolute game changer, a lifesaver, worth the money. Spend it. Make sure that you have an on-off button, especially if you're going fast. You want to be able to keep your kids safe. So that's the build. We're going to use a stock transmission like we talked about, because the older transmission out of the other car, it doesn't really match up. So this is a 775 motor. I think there's a 550s in there. We'll see how long they last. And yeah, let's start getting the build. One little last remark, we did get 3 new battery bags for an additional couple 40-volt batteries, and I'm gonna buy some off-brand batteries to test from Amazon. They were like $70 a piece, but I want to just double check to make sure that I have the best battery possible. And then we got some LEDs that I will put behind the glass here and make some tail lights out of these little LEDs, because this one already has headlights. if I choose to do this mod, I bought this kit off of Amazon. It is a brake kit. So this one actually comes with a brake pedal. I don't know if I'll install this or not into the new one, but it is an option. This one comes with a bit of a switch for shifting, I think for reverse. So that's kind of neat. It's something that the red car doesn't have, but it also comes with a brake, which the brake, I'm just not sure how it all works. So it'd be kind of fun to build this one with a brake to see if it's worth including. So it's really nice that they come with a really great diagram. So we'll do that probably on this pink one. So yeah, this is option 2 with just doing the variable speed pedal. I think option 1 is gonna be doing that kit with the brake pedal. I think that's a really cool idea. I think the core of the problem on the other car is the gauge of wire that I use. So this is 14 gauge, the white one, and 16 gauge, the black one. I don't know why I bought 2 different ones, but 16 I think is too small, so I might have to go back to the store. And this is gonna be, realistically, this is how we're gonna start. We're just gonna make sure we have some good wire going to the battery and to the PWM. Just did a little chat GPT search because I've been using chat GPT on this build. It actually recommends 12 gauge wire. So I think we're gonna have to bring this back to Lowe's and actually go up a step further. All right, $68 later from Lowe's, and we've got 25 feet of 12 gauge white, 12 gauge of 25 feet of 12 gauge black, some butt connectors for connecting them to the motor, a couple butt connectors for connecting the wire to an inline fuse, and then some splitters to split from the distribution blocks to various parts. One of them being the PWM to the 2 motors, and the other being the power wire going to the on-off switch. So we need 8, we got a total of 10, and that's 4 per car. So we're gonna rewire both cars. And the wire loom to replace the heat shrink that I used originally. So there's our original wire that came down from this thick power wire. So it comes in from the 40 volts there. We got an inline fuse, and then that inline fuse, we drop it down into the white wire through the remote on off switch. So that we're gonna go thicker all the way through. We're gonna rewire this car, but we'll start with the purple one. I'm trying to do this incognito so my daughter doesn't see me doing this. And yeah, these are some thick wires, dude. This is impressive. Might not even have to mess with the wires here. Just gotta figure out where these switches go to. Powerwheels was definitely built a little bit more beefy than, I think this is 12 volts versus the 9 volt of the Roleplay. Still trying to figure out how everything works. Next stage is just mocking things up, seeing where things are gonna fit. And originally on the Roleplay, we mounted it here. I don't think we have enough space under the hood to swallow the 40 volt battery. I definitely am not interested in dremeling out anything. We'll have to put the remote kill switch underneath here, drill a hole, put the antenna out. From here, it goes to the remote kill switch, so power is coming into here, going there, and being distributed to the PWM and then eventually to the motors. So just getting a lay of the land of how things are gonna operate. I think I want to pull up this console. All right, I just pulled out the center console, and this is kind of why you don't see a lot of people doing how-tos on building these cars. Is just there's 1,000 different ways of doing them. So I'm gonna show you what I'm seeing. Like I said, the console is pulled out. If you follow the wires back, there's basically a power wire going to this board. The ground is probably going to the pedal, and basically when you press that pedal, you're reconnecting the circuit. So it's basically an on-off switch. It's not really a pedal. It's just telling the power wheels to go faster, and then this lever is going to tell it to, you know, go in reverse or going forward. What I'm thinking is, you know, with this gauge being so beefy, you know, these things are built so well, I wonder if it'll take the 40 volts right away. Like, what? I know the PWM, you know, that we bought is made for it, but what would happen if we just connected this with 40 volts? Would we fry that thing immediately? Do we want to try that? You know, I don't necessarily want to buy motors right away. These things are really well soldered on. It's kind of hard to tell, but they have a nice solder bead. I'm pretty sure I'm going to try to reuse a lot of this cabling. So the PWM, whatever they're using is probably in this. So we don't need the forward reverse. It would be nice to have. And I think with that pedal kit, I can actually put it on this car with forward and reverse. Let's take this apart. Definitely not what I was expecting. This is very interesting. This is just 2 switches. This is incredible. That's all it's doing is racking between 2 switches and just flipping switches. There's no brain in this thing whatsoever. Does that mean there's different electronics? Like, did these even work? Because you would need some type of board or something to run the radio. Mystery continues. Let me think on this. So I think we found the culprit. The wireless control switch has a max amperage of 30 amps. And with the 2775 motors that we usually install, I think we're exceeding that on the red Mustang, and that's why I've been getting it. That's why we've been seeing it shut down so many times. So I found the weak link. That's why on drag racing, you see a lot of people have a manual kill switch. I didn't like that idea because you actually have to be present. You have to be physically next to the car. And these girls are outpacing me on the one wheel. So the ability to shut it down remotely is a big perk. So I don't know that I can get rid of it. And I looked on Amazon. It seems like 30 amp out is the max. Unless we go to a manual kill switch. There was some things that when I was reading that was really neat is that you can use this PWM in different forms. You can have it instead of a variable speed pedal, you can set it at whatever range you want and use the original pedal as basically an on-off switch. But using so much power as we're using with 40 volts, I heard from ML Toys that some people's pedals have welded themselves basically to the on position, and that, my friends, it could be super dangerous at the speeds that we're going at. I know it's only 12 miles an hour, but if these girls can't shut the car off, that's a huge problem. So I like the route that we're going. The variable speed pedal seems like a safer option. It's not used as an on-off switch. It's talking to the PWM. It's now just figuring out the issues of the car shutting down, basically. So I'm going to do a little bit more research. I like the idea of rewiring the car just to have the correct gauge wire for the voltage and amperage that we're using. And knowing that the remote kill switch is the problem. So maybe when we go to a drag race or when we go to the Toddler Dega, I can maybe bypass it, you know, so that it doesn't have the remote kill switch, because honestly, there's going to be some adults present and you're at a racetrack. so you can't really go too far off the beaten path. So with that said, back to the drawing board. We'll hopefully get this done. The races are coming up next week, and we'll see if we have 2 cars working or not. Okay, I'm a little embarrassed about how long it's been taking me to get things done. So just to all you dads and moms out there, don't get discouraged. Like I said, don't get discouraged because it took me about 2.5 hours to do what I'm about to show you. We have headlights on this car. Let's see. Headlights show up, but now we also have tail lights. Yeah, that one's a little wonky, we know. I see it, it's wonky. But as far as being illuminated, there we go. We've got tail lights, and now we can go back to working on the pink car. The tail lights were just these little LEDs, like $6 off Amazon for 10. So I haven't really rewired this car yet. I'm really dreading doing that, but the wire is here if I ever go into the thick wire. But I'm pretty sure the problem is the remote kill switch is my weak link. But we'll keep rocking this until I need to rewire it. So back to this one. What have I done? Well, I started drinking beer, but that's my first one. It's probably like 2 a.m. I have wired, or I would say installed the variable speed pedal. That is on there. I had to use some hinges that I beat apart to make them flat so I can make that mounting a little bit easier. Some self-tapping screws. I have figured out that the battery does fit in this compartment with the hood because it has this raised hood. It just happens to fit the battery in this space right here. So I'm actually pretty thrilled that it's gonna be like a bit of a sleeper Mustang because you won't even see the battery. It'll fit in this compartment. So next thing's to wire the battery and the inline fuse to the PWM. We've cut the motor wires. We'll install the motor wires and then we'll test this one and see how these 550 motors handle 40 volts. Yeah, we'll see how that works. Welcome back, and we have not figured out a mounting solution for this right now. I think the battery's just gonna plop in there, but we have ran the power wires to the PWM. We have a 40 amp inline fuse. We don't have the remote on off switch because that might be a potential failure point, so I haven't wired that in. We have one wire from each motor going into a splitter going into the negative of the PWM, and one wire of the positive, hopefully going to a splitter going to the PWM. So without further ado, the moment you've been waiting for, let's power it up. It's not happy. PWM doesn't really kick on and the motors jump. It's kind of strange with or without the pedal. Well, good thing is that we got a few of these, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch to PWM. Battery's been disconnected. Time to try it again. No motor wires connected, just to see if the PWM is gonna turn on, which it definitely should. All right, it's on. All right, let's not try to make it angry. Here we go, gonna test it again. This one's spinning in reverse, that one's spinning normally. So the orange and blue ones need to be reversed, and it was going really slow because I didn't have the pedal installed, so part of the PWM is it'll start to roll. Uh-oh. Heard something pop. Go forward. Both of them are forward. Alright, so now to wire it with the pedal installed. The whole point of this build is to have a variable speed pedal. Okay, it's on. It's not doing anything. Pedal. Oh, it smells electrically. I don't know how long they'll last going this fast. Yeah, we're at 100% there. So let's put it all back together. And before we button it up, this is just sitting in here, but both batteries do fit there. Just put like a battery strap on it and then close the lid. It's a sleeper. You never know that that thing's packing 40 volts. We'll see how long these 550 motors last. They are, I probably should see how hot they get. Let me just do a run. All right, I just did like a solid pull for about a minute solid. And I will say it smells like electricity. And this one's pretty warm to the touch. They're both pretty warm to the touch. So I haven't changed these out, but I'm guessing I'm gonna have to change those out. But what's the deal? Do you just run it until they blow up, or do we change them out beforehand? I say we run it until it blows up. It's a little sneaky. It's 4:30, 5 o'clock. And just know that Daddy loves you, okay, girls? Daddy loves you very much. And he's having a blast, okay? Yeah, this is kind of fun. So if you think about modding out this 65 Mustang, it would be really cool too. But I'm just having an awesome time doing something for my girls, you know? I could do something for me all the time, but to give them a life skill and to teach them how to drive and understand power, you know, it's really cool. Anyway, whatever, I'm off my soapbox. I just wanted to show you after I put all the interior in, yeah, it's early. After I put all the interior in, I didn't really like how this fuse wasn't really fitting in this area. I couldn't really get to it if I blew a fuse. So I took all the interior back out. I pulled the fuse back out into this area, so we have a lot more room to work with mounting that battery too. And I went ahead and wired in the remote kill switch because you know, it'll be real easy to take it out. This is a sure power straight to the PWM, so I can always put some XT60s on these and make this plug and play, which are just butt connectors that are quick release, or just bypass it all in general. So I really like how this turned out. We took the shifter out, and then the PWM is poking its little head out. So theoretically, I could just tune it to whoever's driving. I could switch to power and do all the settings here, which is really nice and convenient. Even on that red one, I still have to pull the seat off. So we are probably going to burn out these 550 motors. So I'll probably start the car off in a lower power setting. But yeah, all the interior is back on. We are waiting for the 12 volt step down. We're going to mount this 7-inch light bar to the front grille. There's also really cool headlights that I might just shove some LEDs in there. And there's no brake lights, so we'll maybe put a bar on the back for just like the same bar, but red in the back. So without further ado, let's go ahead and test the remote kill switch. Grab a battery, get it plugged in. I kind of need 2 hands to do this. All right, plugged in. And no power. Oh, because it's a kill switch. Okay. And power. Oh, yeah. Okay, and with no rubber on it, we'll start with 50%. Let Olivia do some burnouts in it. We're gonna put the hood back on, probably drill a hole for the antenna, and then tomorrow we'll figure out mounting that. But yeah, Princess Barbie's built up. Now I just gotta clean up my junkyard. Okay, just because I can't sleep, look at that. Oh my gosh. We are gonna be lit, literally. I think we're gonna mount it right there on the hood scoop. It's a little bit of a sleeper. The battery's gonna be underneath. We'll run the cable through the hood, and whenever the 12-volt step down is available, we'll rig that up. And then I've got some spare red lights. Got these spare red lights. Bet you can fit them in the front and make them glow red. That would be pretty sharp too. All right, the birthday girl's gonna be so stoked. This is the car in its final look. You can see the remote kill switch wire coming out the hood. The front lights are wired, but we'll still need the 12-volt drop down because it's just a 40-volt going to the remote kill switch. We will wire up the 12-volt drop down. Probably will wire it up over on this side, but we'll tap into the leads there for the power source on that. And then we'll go ahead and actually we could probably hook it up to it's gonna have to connect to this, and this isn't, sorry. So yeah, this is gonna need 12 volts. This is the light, and when you put the hood up, it's gonna use up basically all the cord that it has available. So we're gonna have to solder on some wires to figure out where we're gonna mount that, but everything fits kind of nice. Surprisingly, this hood does swallow a majority of it. Just gotta put the little wire through each time if I want maximum range, because that thing does run out of range pretty quick. But as you can see, the little key fob off is off, on is on. We did wire capacitor onto the system on that one. We'll just run the same system. We've got 550, so that's a different equation. We'll see if it's gonna kick the battery into a protection mode or not, but just pop the hood. If we need to change the fuses are there. If we need to, unseat the battery and reseat the battery because the battery protection on the battery itself kicks on, well, then we can do that. We have the capability of changing power there, which is very exciting. So, boom. That is really cool. 41.5 volts. There we go. Nothing to it. Obviously, this is my second car that I'm doing. I did it in about 5 hours of work, and I didn't wire the reverse. I didn't wire the remote kill switch. But yeah, it's a race car. It doesn't need reverse. I didn't feel like going down the rabbit hole of putting a brake on the car because the cockpit in that car is already so small. Unlike this one, where it's a single-seater and you have a spot to put the brake pedal. Maybe if I want to try putting the brake pedal on, I'll put it on the red Mustang, because with this one being a two-seater, it's not happening. So that was my build video. I hope I kind of explained a lot of it, but realistically, there's no rule book for this. Each car is going to be different. They're going to have different components. As you can see, the transmission didn't really match up with the Roleplay, and I'm sure I'm going to burn out these 550 motors, but until then, I won't replace them. There's races coming up. There's a drag race in 3 days time, so we'll try to make that, and then toddler day is the first Sunday of July, so I'll probably end up putting some rubber on these big meaty tires. Maybe some pink bicycle tires if they come in. But I'm enjoying this way too much. I hope that you enjoyed it. I appreciate anybody who's commenting below on their favorite Powerwheels build. And as always, the adventure continues. We'll see you on the next one. And one more thing. Look at that. A Phillips screwdriver takes the headlight out. A quick little drill. We got a red LED in there. It's gonna look mean, glowing behind that glass, and we'll have that for our high beams. Come here. Put your dress down. Put your dress down.
What?
What you got? Hey, baby?
Yeah, a baby Toothless.
Toothless? Show him to me. Oh, she's sleeping.
Yeah, how I just took it. He's so silly with that noise.
Hey, Madeline.
I got my name in his Eagle Bear. And he's my boyfriend.
He's your best friend? Is your birthday present from when you turned 2? Can I see him? What's his name? Minna? Minna? All right, Olivia. What color Mustang do you want?
Purple. And I want pink.
Purple and pink?
Yeah. I go see it.
Well,
It's a,
yeah, maybe. Wait. What's his name?
Chicas bouncing on me. And holding her ring till her don't fall down and get a bubble. Maybe.
What's your name and how old are you?
4.
What's your name?
Ayala.
Say it.
Ayala. And Madeline. Where's that Mustang, Dad?
Dad was up all night working on a gift that Mama bought.
Wait, and Dad.
But we also were sponsored, so this is Olivia's first race car. So Papa Gary and
Wait,
Papa Maurice.
Wait, in there.
What's in there? Why don't you find out?
I can't open it.
You want Mama to pull it off?
You want Mama to pull it off? All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
What?
A purple one. Yay, I will ride it. Hey, I got 2 seats.
You want to take a look at it?
I love that. What it says.
Fisher Price.
Fisher Price Power Wheels.
And mayonnaise.
Bless you, sissy.
Wheels. What? They spin around.
They spin it around.
And I will hop on it.
Okay.
And it go fast or it goes slow.
What do you want it to go?
Faster. Like my main car. This one is also fast.
Do you like that one? It's also fast. All right. Let's see. Can both you girls fit in it?
I will be driver.
You want to be the driver?
It's so tiny in here. So tiny.
Got all the toys.
Mama.
Yeah?
I want buckles.
You need what?
A buckle.
Some buckles?
Yeah, it's a lap buckle. So right here
What?
and right here.
Oh, it's got your key.
Sorry, audience.
It's purple like my dress.
It's purple like your dress.
And I love these tires. It's kind of black like my chickens.
All right, Olivia. It's kind of fast, so I want you to behave. Ride safe with Sissy.
Okay. I put my suitcase there.
It
And I need sunnies.
Yeah, it's bright. I would leave sunnies. If you can.
It on.
No. Yeah.
I got turn. Yeah, so I go and turn. Dad, so I go and turn.
You use your steering wheel.
Like this.
Yep.
And I will go straight.
You want to go straight?
Because if I crash in the woods, I will crash.
Yeah, you don't want to crash.
You excited, Sissy?
And that one. I got, Mama, this is the purple car. I turn it on. I don't want my sunglasses.
No, I'd put your sunnies on, sis.
No. Is it on?
I don't know. Let's wait for Dada, okay?
Okay. I think it's not on.
Okay.
Mama, it go fast? Or no?
Alright. You got your key?
Yeah.
By your foot? I have it.
Which one the light switch?
Which one's the light switch?
Yeah.
The light switch comes on automatically. Oh, it's got a hood like that is.
What? It got a hood? Why that open? Why open?
We gotta get our sponsor stickers.
Yeah. Brought to you by FRS
I
Marine.
got stickers on there.
Helmets to match your new.
Mama, it on?
Yeah, try it.
And Olivia, sidewalk, please. I'd really like you to be on the sidewalk.
Why I go backwards?
No, backwards. Go on.
Let's go.
That's my boat.
Why you circle there?
Let's turn around and go. You want to get your bike? I'm going to go get her bike.
Like,
All right, Olivia, go as fast as you can right now. All right, slow down. You want to go faster? What do you think? Is it fast?
I want to try it now. I want to try it now.
Okay, now floor it. It broke? Maybe? Hit the gas. Oh no, it's still working.
Here's the one.
One sec. Let me turn it down a little bit. It's starting to smell some electricity.
Oh, yuck.
Did you put the light on, or did they come with that?
I put it on.
That's I don't want to show that. Sissy, it's purple white your dress and pink white my white dress.
Ah, sissy. All right, and
Now?
yeah. Where are you going? What?
Apparently tired.
First,
Mama,
first 30 seconds of driving the Mustang, and it smells like electrical stuff, so that's kind of concerning.
Fix your sunglasses. They're falling off your face. You gotta fix them.
Are we going back to
What up? Your glasses keep falling off your face.
Huh?
Your glasses keep falling off your face. Oh, because your helmet keeps sliding off, that's why.
Last night I
Okay.
go on the wall. What happened in that noise?
Is it going?
Yeah.
We broke it.
Huh?
We broke it.
What?
It broke the car. Well, I broke the car.
You broke it.
Yeah, it broken.
Oh. Can I go and I get off it?
You gotta drive it back. It's broken. One sec. Steer it back, okay?
What?
What happened?
What happened?
It broke. You wanna try your red one?
Not me.
All right, part of owning a race car is that it's gonna break down, okay? Part of owning a classic car is it's gonna break down, okay? One thing we didn't change on the car was the stock motors. They didn't last long. I'd say 3 minutes. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to replace the motors as we suspected. Let's go take the red one out for a spin, okay? This one's a lot faster. So that kind of went as planned. We thought we were gonna have an issue with the motor, and we did. But we got all reliable. We'll try to get the other one ready for the races. The tree fell. Go fast, fast. And the only thing different than the pink one is that car has stock 775 motors from Amazon for like 30 bucks. So, what are you gonna do? This way, follow us. She might be taking a big U-turn. Yay. Oh my gosh, that little brat. Well, I see Olivia's made it home. She's not listening to us. All right, I just want to do a walk around and give you an update on the pink Mustang, the Fisher-Price Powerwheels Disney Princess build. And we have put together the interior and taken it apart several times, basically trying to figure out where the wiring is all going to take place. But what I've done recently is I've changed the, what is this, a 12 volt drop down, so 40 volt to 12 volt drop down. I wired that in the rear because it would give us some more space up in the front. I've also taken the front tires off because we're going to paint the wheels, the rims, we're going to paint the rims purple with maybe some pink hubcaps because she always wanted purple and pink. And then we're going to also add foam to the tires to add a little bit more traction. So we got the lights hooked up. I can go ahead and show you those with the remote switch. If you hit them on, okay, can't really see anything. Oh, that's right. Okay, you can see those. No, why isn't anything working? Oh, that's right. I was soldering some things. Yes, that's right. Because these aren't hooked up. Because recently I went ahead and added a purple light bar. Well, it was a regular LED bar, like this one here. Simple LED red brake light, but to match it and to have some arts and craft with Olivia, went ahead and painted it purple with some paint, and then I put a bit of a clear over the top with some glue. So I'll wire that up and I'll show you the lights in a second. I also added some I think they're XT90s. Yeah, XT90s connecting points, because this potentially is a problem, this remote cutoff. It actually only delivers 30 amps out supposedly, and so that could be a source of my issues when I had the problem at the toddler Dega, where it kicked into a bit of a protection mode. So in order to get around that, because we're on a track, a closed circuit, I don't really need an on-off switch, so I might wire this directly. And to do that really easily now, all we have to do is disconnect this and plug it directly to the PWM, and that'll give us the full 40 volts directly to the PWM, which we will mount to the center here. And that's nice because we'll have access to it. All right, update on the motors. The motors are fried still. We're waiting on those to come in tomorrow. We got 2 orders in currently. We got 1 set coming in from Amazon, and then 1 set coming in overnight from ML Toys. Big shout out to ML Toys for giving me the option to get that outdoor so quickly so that we could try to get this car running down the drag strip in 2 days time on Saturday. So got a lot to do. Obviously my place is a bit of a mess, and yeah, I'll give you an update as we go along. A lot of soldering, like I got these JST clips now. So these JST connecting points are for, if we wanted to disconnect the hood, I can do that pretty easily. I also got a bunch of this tiny wire for running the LEDs in the future. And yep, that's all for right now, and I'll get the lights put in now. And check this mount out. We got an Insta360 mount for the red Mustang. That's gonna be a really cool angle going around the track. This car is pretty good. I'm hearing some varying speeds coming out of the 775s, which we've been having this car for about a month and a half, running it pretty hard, and we didn't break it in at all. We just went straight for it. So now that I know a little bit more about these cars, I'm hoping that we can get some real long life out of these motors. But if something ever happens with this car, we do have some spare parts that I will be taking to the drag track. Check it out, guys. We got some working lights, little red accent for the headlights, big ol' honking LED for a front headlight, and then pretty cool tail light here. And that's pink when it's not lit up. It glows pretty red. I tried to give it a nice coat of paint over the top to diffuse some of that red, and I'm really liking the way that it came out, because that pink is pretty close matched. It's got a nice protective clear over it. Almost looks like hot glue, but it's an adhesive. Neat. Today we're hitting it off with some Rust-Oleum white primer. We got the wheels taken off and we cleaned them up with some alcohol. Now we're just gonna spray paint them white, give it a little bit of a modern look. While the rims are drying, we are going to put the fatigue foam rubber mat that we bought from Harbor Freight. We're gonna cut that to size on the tire, and these are the tools you need. And you'll need some self-tapping screws. We'll get to that later, but right now we'll just cut out the foam. Starting to get a look at what it's looking like, and this straight edge metal ruler is a lifesaver. So just finishing up the last one now. Not much left of the $11 rubber mat, but we do have 4 solid foam treads. So we'll pick up our supplies so the kids don't get to it, but next step is to mount this with some self-tapping screws. The foam's a little soft, so we try to get a self-tapping screw with the largest head and flattest head possible, because these tires are basically flat the whole way around, so they're gonna be a lot of contact points. So we got a bunch of these small Phillips self-tapping screws. We'll go ahead and install those now. We left a large overlap so that we can try to cut them as flush as possible. Once we have them mounted, we'll take the razor blade and try to cut it as clean across as we can. And thanks David, a fellow Powerwheels dad, for that little hack. Basically that overlap and then cut in a straight line across leaves a perfect seam, and we'll go ahead and add some self-tappers all along the rim edge. Here we go. 4 freshly rubbered tires, ready to go to the drag race. Let's go. Good morning. Hey, it's the afternoon actually. And guess what, Olivia? We got an overnight delivery from ML Toys. Just in time for the races.
It got for the Mustang, the purple one.
Yes, it is.
A present for me.
A present for you? Yes. You wanna open it up? All right, grab it. So we've got 2 quality motors in there, and we have 2 Amazon motors in here.
In here.
Yep, that's the motors.
It gets motors in here.
Yep.
Real happy.
Nice. These have had plenty of time to dry. We'll go ahead and take these in. Awesome. Check those big motors out from ML Toys. What do you think?
I love it.
You love it?
It comes black.
It's very black. Well, this is amazing because these are some high performance motors with the Corvette gearbox.
It's a nice car.
It's got a Nene car on it too. Yeah, just like this one. So this has the faster gearbox with the better built gears from ML Toys. We're gonna go ahead and slap those in. We also got 1 more spare gearbox for the red Mustang, just in case that goes out at the races. We could switch those out. But really happy at the way our white rims came out. That's gonna look so good. Let's get to building. So let's go. Look at that.
I love it.
That is gonna look real sharp. All right, here's Olivia on her pink Mustang. Hey, how do you think it looks? You like it? All right, we just got done the break-in process of the motors that needed 5 minutes going slow, and now we're gonna try to get 100%. You ready? We should probably not do 100% straight into those rails. All right, let's go slow. Come on, let's go slow. Let's try not to pull a sissy and go into the woods. Good job going slow. This way. It's a little wider than her other car. She gets really close. All right, 100%. Let's see. All the way. Oh, it is. Go ahead. Punch it. What number do you see, Roman? What number? What number? What number? Come on, come on.
Cause there's the PWM is in the middle. You can see what percentage she's at.
Okay.
I don't know what percentage she's at right there.
Yeah.
What's up?
What?
It's going fast. I love it. All right, try it again. You want to go 3, 2, 1, go. That's set 39. Is that all the way down? All right, stop. All right, and go all the way down. 3, 2, 1, go. That's 63. All right, you ready? Couple more tries. Right here. Yellow. 2 hands on the wheel. Just a couple more tries. Yellow, 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 green. There we go. Yeah. I saw 80% on that time. All right. Hey, fist bump. Look, we're testing it out, okay? We got to get the car running for the races today, Saturday. 2 days time. All right, so let's try to go one. What? Go ahead. Go all the way. I'm seeing 80. Woo! 80. Hovering around 69 right there. Yep, go ahead. Nanny, boo me. Nanny, boo boo. Nanny, boo boo. Sorry, Roman. She wants me to be behind her, I guess. You almost crashed Roman. Look, we don't fall as good as you do. I've been hurting a lot. All right, we're behind you. Yeah, I've been falling off this thing left and right. All right. Couple last details before the races. We got a few things that we want to tune, but we're gonna put on Doc's Fishing Charters and FRS Surveying. We got some sponsors for this car, and we're excited to promote their companies. So that's going on right now. And there it is, the Nene car. She is looking mighty.